GG on the account that I played that game on.
Let's see. Oh, baby, Misfortune.
Yeah.
Nice, nice.
And then this is that account's that account was my Smurf, and now it's higher than my main. So
the classic, of course.
The classic.
The classic. All right. So let us see what is going on here. Mostly Misfortune, we would say, right? Anything? I guess. How long have you been playing the game? You know, kind of introduction to your playstyle, all that jazz.
Yeah, my first season, I started in pre-season 5. Season 5 was my first full season playing. Misfortune's definitely my best champion and most played. But I also play Lucian and Jinx. Those are my 2 backup picks. So
Okay. Can you see my Discord, by the way? I'm sharing my screen.
Perfect. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Let us take a look then, and we'll see what's going on here. Is there anything you want me to look at specifically for like gameplay wise? Like, are you concerned about laning or like out of lane stuff, or is it just anything in general?
So I mean, I use Mobalytics a little bit to help me like figure out what's going wrong. I don't know how you feel about that website, but like according to that, they say I fall off really, really hard mid game when it comes to my CSing.
Okay.
Which I don't know if is my rotating, like my rotations to side lanes. I like to group up with my team a lot.
Okay.
Maybe too much.
I'm sure we'll see some of that for sure. How does laning phase usually go? What do you think?
Usually I'm able to shred laning phase. This was like a really tough lane for me. Mostly Saber is really hard for me to lane against.
Okay.
I usually have for me when I play normally, I play all around my double up, which I guess kind of makes sense, but I shoot for execute queues constantly. Like that's my bread and butter. You know what I'm saying? That's how I try and win lane. It's kind of hard to pull that off. I got destroyed this game. I played this game so poorly. It wasn't exactly the one I wanted to send you, but the ones where I get destroyed are probably the best ones.
Did you have the one you wanted to send me, or
the other videos are being not so friendly to me? So
okay. No worries.
This will be fine, I'm sure.
Yeah, it'll be. I mean, honestly, all we're looking for is average, right? Now let's back it. Let's watch this fight because this is gonna be telling in terms of how you play the game. So
yeah. Yeah, that fight was pretty. I feel like I probably should have followed up on Nautilus there a lot better as soon as his ulti went off. I was pretty far back.
Well, okay, let's take a look again.
Yeah.
So let's say we go for this follow up, right? It's not necessarily poor.
Yeah.
All right. Now, what do we do after it doesn't work? What do you think? What did you do / what should you do?
Well, I mean, either switch targets to Saber or just back off completely.
Right. So what happened? What happened here? What do you think?
Well, I mean, I walked all the way up.
Right.
I walked really far up. Holy
You're kind of what were you kind of looking for here?
I was looking to finish off Bran, and then Saber changed targets to me after the Nautilus flash.
Right. So it's more like a this is one of those, you have a good look for it, but the execution might not be clean yet. Where you let's say Brand is watching you. All right, how obvious is it that you want to hit him? Watch this. How obvious?
Yeah,
super obvious, right? So if you wanted to hide your intent, how do you think? What's the best way to do that?
I could have switched targets to Saber in the bush out of vision, or I could have just stayed out of vision in general, and so you'd see if he walked up to me.
Then maybe you could like flash on him or something like that. But you don't really, you don't really want to like run at them when there's a fight still going on, right? You want to, you want to switch targets to the closest guy for sure. So that's like one habit that I noticed is, okay, you know, the follow up is not bad. It was a good try. You did a lot of damage. It's not necessarily poor, but the habit of ignoring Saber when you guys could probably still kill her, to try and like go for the brand. It probably didn't make as much sense. So that's something that's definitely something I noticed. That was a nice bounce. Let's keep watching though. I think at this level, there's gonna be a lot of there's a variety of ideas, honestly, at the platinum level where I think this is platinum and diamonds where people start to have drastically different issues in terms of habits, right? A lot of players will be really good mechanically, but don't know what to do out of lane. Some players will know what to do out of lane, but have no mechanics, that kind of stuff. So we'll see what's going on here. Okay, hold on. Let's watch this. I can't exactly see the mini map because of the quality, but when you see disengage, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm thinking I want to go.
Okay, see, that's okay. This is definitely a habit we can talk about. So let's say, if you try to go for this and Rengar comes out, what do you do?
I'd probably have to flash away, most likely. I mean, I don't know if I might get screwed because like he still has his Q up. Okay, there's the ulti from Brand too. Oh, I'm so I would have been dead right there.
So you kind of regardless. So it's just this is the first thing. One of the first things you want to be developing at this level is to be like there are a lot of players in Diamond who don't even do this, where your first consideration isn't how do we win this 2v2, right? It's is this fine if the jungler comes out, right? Or you can it's not that you shouldn't go for this, it's that you can do this up until you die to the jungle, in which case you stop doing it, right? And then you guys can get out. But that's definitely the first consideration. Now let's pretend the jungle doesn't exist and watch this 2v2. What happened here? What do you think?
Well, I mean, I was right next to Brand when his ulti went off. He kind of got passed between both of us.
Right. So how would you play this differently after seeing this? And how do you know? Okay, let's just start with that. How would you play this differently?
I wouldn't be right next to Nautilus. I'd be way farther back. That way, it doesn't. The ulti doesn't go to me. Because that's what ended up killing. That's what ended up killing me.
How do you know this beforehand? What do you think?
Like, how would I know that to stand farther back?
Right. Like if you play this 100 times, you're gonna walk up 100 times out of 100. So like, what do we need to change in terms of habits to prevent you from dying here? / how do we make this happen?
What positioning? Maybe like I literally my thing is I could have just stood farther back. I walked. This is like almost a repeat of the last thing where I just like walk up really far.
So let's say what do we need to do to kill Brand here? What do you think?
I mean, we could. I mean, ulti, Q, E. Like, I guess. I don't know.
Well, let's say. I mean, let's start with ulti. Like, what if you just press R and now let's auto attacks him? You press R, is Brand dead? What do you think?
Yeah,
I'm usually pretty fucked, right? He has no flash, he can't get away, you're good to go. So the question is, why'd you walk up? That's the habit, right? Is walking up is kind of you walked up just because you could hit him, right? And then he just dumped everything into your face and you died. And that's the issue, is that you kind of the pre-planning beforehand. Like, how do we fight this out? What's my strategy here? So like, let's say you needed to walk up. And let's say you didn't have enough damage from your support for whatever reason, and he gets caught and he can't move, and you can't just R him. You can do something like walk up, auto attack, walk away, and then ulti, right? Or you can just ulti from a distance and then like flash on him or something. But it was more of you realized that you didn't need to auto attack and you just switched to R immediately, and then he just dumped everything into your face. So that was just really awkward in terms of habits, right? Where as a misfortune player, you know that you can just stand from a distance if someone gets caught. Like, I don't know what happened here, but back before, you were doing that, right? Where remember how we got this Brand over here, just ulti from max range. That was amazing. That was really good. So I don't know what happened in the second fight, but that was interesting.
I'll be honest. This game, I tilted super hard. That's my other week. Like on my other account last season, I dropped from gold 1 to gold 5 like 4 or 5 times just because my mental wasn't there, and that's something I've been working on a lot.
Oh no!
I get like Yeah.
Wait, this is the same. This is the same thing.
Yep.
Okay, so
Yep.
okay, so this is interesting to talk about. So it seems like we're having a habit here of uh how do we describe this? Okay, so let's say this is an Alistar.
Yeah.
How would you play this differently?
I mean,
would you play it
I'd like to think. Would I play it differently? I go right. I probably would have canceled Alti earlier because I could have gotten. I would have been thinking Ali has another CC from his pro. Like I was thinking, I probably would have canceled R as soon as I saw Saber walking up because I know I could have CC'd her and then changed targets easier.
But why would you use Ulti in the first place if it was Alistar?
Why would I?
Right, because isn't he just gonna press R?
Yeah. Wait, so you're saying if the brand was the ally?
Yeah, so let's say all this happens is all the same, except replace brand with Alistar, right? So what is gonna happen next? Gotcha. What's gonna happen in this picture next?
I mean, if that were Ali, I definitely wouldn't have barred at all.
Well, what? Let's say you are here anyways. What does this Alistar do next?
Yeah. Well, he ulties and walks away, or he goes in on me and then just knocks
me. He's not gonna walk away. He's gonna turn around and hit you, right? He's gonna turn around.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between him being Alistar and him being Brand? Is there a difference? What is Brand gonna do? What is Brand gonna do when he sees this?
Brand just gonna throw his R at me, probably.
He's gonna try and throw everything into your face, right? Look at this.
Yeah.
So it's the same idea where when you're trying to follow up on your support, you need to know what they're gonna do next. And that'll tell you how you should play. So, for example, the reason why we know we should stay at max range with our ulti against Brand is because we can snipe him out and he can't throw stuff at us, right? Yeah. Or stuff like, we know that you don't use Misfortune ulti on Alistar ulti because he's just gonna negate it by pressing R, right? Their first reaction is what? They're gonna kill you. That's their first reaction. Yeah. So you need to have a plan for that. And if you don't have a plan for that, then you just kind of you auto die, right? There's nothing you can do. So you can even say something like, when you see this, you can even do some stuff like, oh, we don't even go for Brand. Let's just hit Saber here. And then Saber walks away, bam, ulti Brand, right? We can do stuff like that. But you might be jumping the gun in terms of trying to follow up. And that might be why they kill you before you can kill them, right? So let's say, if we back it up to this follow-up. Is it this one? Oh, this is actually a different one. Oh my lord, how did we miss this one?
Dude, I did.
How do we miss this? This is the same. It's the same concept, right? Is trying to follow up immediately without kind of making sure it's good, right? This is Doom. This is Doom from the start. She's just gonna press shield. So I don't know what's going on here, but you also I guess you could say that Brand. You didn't expect Brand to get in lane or something, but it's kind of the same idea of when you follow up, you need to kind of ask yourself exactly how am I gonna follow up, and is there anything they can do to stop me, right? Yeah. So those are the main ideas you're seeing in lane so far, at least, is ideas of follow up. So what is your opponent gonna do when you try and kill him? Yeah, and
kind of like anticipating, like trying to think ahead.
Exactly. It's not like you have no time to think. It's that while you're killing minions, that's your time to think, right?
Yeah.
Or really doing anything that's not fighting them. This is your time to figure out what's going on. Okay, we're just pushing mid, sure. Clearing mid. Wait, hold on. Okay, you go top here, right? Okay, good. Sure. Where are you going? No. All right, back it up. All right, let's talk about this. So you did mention the mid-game stuff, right?
Yeah.
So here, when you see this, when do you have to go mid? If in this situation, let's say your team is running away and their team can't hit, their team can't siege, do we have a reason to go mid? No. So why are we going mid here is the question.
I mean, well, I should have pushed out that top lane wave, right?
Well,
before rotating.
How do you know? Like, how do we make this a habit is the idea.
Yeah. I guess so they're fine mid. and I probably could have recognized that just because the tower's up. I usually this is a bad habit of mine. I like to try and rotate really early because I'm afraid everyone's gonna die and then I'm gonna be alone.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
You know?
So the idea is kind of there's two ideas at work here, or two similar ideas where one is you come here before the fight happens, and then if you're if you're here early, everything is great. You do really well, right? You're helping the fight. But the downside is, what happens if nothing happens? Then we're just wasting time, right? We could be making money and punishing Saber for being here when we just push top and we're really happy, right? And then the second one is if you always push top first and then come when there's a fight, you will join in the middle of the fight, which is what you want anyways. You're playing an ADC, right? And let's say there's no fight that happens, then Saber wasted her time and you got to push. So you see how staying top is almost always going to be the correct move unless something mid is guaranteed to happen. And there's nothing, like you said, here it looks like they're fine. Like there's nothing guaranteed to happen. Right? How do we? There's no guarantee here. How do we stop them from walking away if we want to fight? Like, what's an example of a guarantee? Do you ever watch professional play?
Not nearly as much as I should. No,
that's fine. I guess then. Did you play? You were around when Ornn was really popular, right?
Yeah.
So if your Ornn is coming in from the side, that could that smells like a guarantee almost, right? Or Malphite TPing behind them, we could say that's guaranteed. So those would be like exceptions to not pushing first. But when there's nothing happening, you definitely want to be pushing. That's how you get your income in the mid game. So that's something we're seeing here too. Is you're trying to rotate too early when you could be making money. Like it's unlikely you're gonna be able to find something here, right? Which is what's going on. So right now the enemy minions are just dying top, and that's something you could be killing right now. It's just ARAMing, right? So this is how you punish ARAM, is just you push, and then you made a lot of money, they didn't make anything, and you do that over and over again. So this is really spooky. I mean, you guys might be able to get away with it. Okay, definitely don't keep going though. Yeah, we need to talk about mid game stuff for sure. All right, so so you guys get away with this because they don't defend this. Okay, I think that's fine to go for it. How do we know you guys don't want to keep going?
How do we know?
Yeah, how do we know? How do I know?
I mean,
how do I know?
So good question.
What's the pattern here that tells us? So before, the pattern that tells us we shouldn't rotate mids because it's unlikely anything's gonna happen. There's no guarantee there's a fight, so you should push top, and then you can go help. So that would be the pattern, is there's no current fight going on. In this case, what's the pattern here? After you take the tower, is there anything you... let's just watch the sequence of events.
Oof.
This is average. 9 times out of 10, this will happen, right?
Yeah.
And then team fight breaks out, everyone dies. This is average. So you guys are just fucked here. It doesn't matter what you do. So how do we know this is gonna happen before it happens is the question. It's like seeing the future. How can we see the future here? Spec it up. This picture.
I mean, we don't have any waves of siege, and then our side lanes.
Perfect, right? There's nothing to do here. Except that, we would say. So also, let's say you had a full minion wave here. Why is this still bad?
Yeah. Because the side waves aren't pushed? Is that...
You can say, let's say all your side waves are pushed. It's still bad.
Okay.
Why is that?
Well, I mean, I'm looking at Baltis, Veigar just alts, Silas.
Okay, let's come up with a few results here and say, I want you to tell me which one seems the most likely. All right, so one is that you guys push with this wave, and you siege the tower, you chip away at the tower, and after 10 waves, you get the tower. Right, that's number one. Is we have some kind of siege. Two is that you guys pull off a successful dive somehow. You guys just dive and kill everyone, and then 3, they catch someone while you're trying to siege the tower, and then you all die because you're trying to run away. So out of these, which is the most likely to happen?
I mean, probably the catch.
Right. The third one, they just catch someone because you guys are trying to hit the tower, right? Either a Riven from the side, or a cage, or Rengar from behind, right? There's just so many ways this can go wrong. Versus, how many times have you seen you guys siege a tower down? How many times does that happen in your last 10 games?
I mean, not super often unless it's. I mean, you can do it, but there are risks.
There are risks, right? There are risks. It pretty much for me. I literally never see it, right? And number 2 is dive. Okay, how many times does this happen out of 100 games?
More than I probably should, but
wait, really? You guys can dive 5v5 under their tower? That happens?
Usually, it's when you're like it. What's happened a lot. I don't know. This season, I've been winning a lot. So like, it's like we're all like we get super far ahead, and then we start getting really greedy, and then that's also how you throw games. But
right, that basically doesn't happen. Let's say you're trying to. Let's say you're a betting man and you're putting money on these options. Which one did you put money on?
I mean, that Rengar. You mean which one am I gonna put money on happening?
Yeah,
or?
which result is gonna happen the most? Would you think the number 1, number 2, or number 3? Sieging, diving, or you guys
number
dying?
3.
Yeah, number 3. I'll put my money on number 3 all day.
All
right? There's no way that doesn't happen. Honestly, if you watch your games, the team that just randomly sieges is the team that's always gonna end up dying. Right?
Yeah.
Let's keep watching here though, because apparently there's a lot of spicy stuff going on here. Oh, there's a dragon fight going on. Okay. Shirt and Zed's pushing. That's good. You just need to play it safe here. Oh, you're dead as hell. Okay, let's watch this. So how do we know that? Why did I say you're dead as hell when I saw this?
Well, my front line dies, or is got out. I mean, Nautilus is like basically my only peel from anything. I ulti. Oh, Rengar ulti. Probably. I'm in a bush.
So what are you gonna do if Rengar ultis you here?
There's nothing I really can do. I don't have flash.
Right. So that tells us, what should we do instead of ulting here?
Just back out.
Yeah, we just back out, right? We're happy. Yeah, I mean, you can't do something that's not possible. Like, it's impossible to get your ulti off without dying, right? He's gonna kill you before you can even like press R, right? So that's like one thing. You can even say like, oh, Riven's coming for you, or Veigar is coming for you. But that's kind of the idea is, you want to make sure you're safe before you can actually try and fight, right? So that's the main idea. I mean everyone, this is just the average result. It's just everyone dies, right? So you guys just need to you want to kite it out is the idea, and then turn around when you see something really good. So I think there's a the overall theme to the fights here is you're looking for these ultis to the point where you're sacrificing some kind of self-preservation, right? So that might be something you want to look at. Is it's good to look for the ulti, but you have to make sure you're not going to die while you're doing it. And I think that's the that's the theme that we saw in lane 2, right?
Yeah.
This is really good. You push out the side lane. You want to be scared of Rengar though. Okay, I can't really see what's going on the map, but I think Ilaoi died to Rengar, so sure. Okay, is this a pattern that we saw? Is this a pattern we talked about? Yeah. It's gonna be the same thing. I promise you. In solo queue, it's the same kind of stuff every single game, right? So when I see this is doomed. It doesn't matter what happens. You can try and chip away. It's more like you're likely that everyone dies here to get Baron, right? That's usually the average. What's average gonna happen? I mean, this brand flash ulti isn't even that great. It's still good for them because you guys are trying to siege and you have a dead person. So hold on, let's watch this. This could be spicy. Oh my god, he just flashed in. What a crazy man. All right, you guys need to run though still. Okay, nice push mid. At least it wasn't a disaster. That was good. But know that let's back it up, because we say, we always say, this isn't good because you're not going to get anything. It's just kind of more likely to lose than not. What should we do after we push? What do you think? Because pushing is great.
We could have taken. We push out. We pushed out mid. I mean, we could have gotten Scuttle Vision, wards on Baron.
All of those are really good, we would say. Those are great. So anything that doesn't involve hitting the tower is what we would say. Literally anything. You can even camp this bush. You can put a pink down, pink the Baron, you go push mid. Anything is great. Just we don't want to siege. We don't want to siege this, right? Let's say this is 4v5. What would you have done if they TP behind you? There are proms here, right? There are potential throws. and it's not like your team can really do anything to stop it. Oh, this is really awkward. They try to do Baron. No way. They get away with this. Wait, what happened to your ulti?
Yeah.
Oh,
no.
Yeah, that's fine. No, you used it to kill Veigar. Oh my God! All right, we're gonna watch. All right, let's talk about this. No. No. We gotta talk about this. We gotta talk about this. Oh no! Oh no!
You're probably. This is the reason I didn't want to see this one.
All right, so all right, there's another. We got another kind of theme going on here, and it's called consistency. Right, so similar to the idea of what option would you bet on when a team sieges? They're more likely to die. This is the same kind of idea where, on average, what's gonna happen when you flash in to try and steal it? On average, he just smites it and you lose, right? So if you want to like climb in solo queue, you need to be looking for consistent plays. Like when you watch people smurf, it's not that they're doing like flashy things. It's that the things they do work every time, and the other team has no idea what to do. Right, and so they have like 20 accumulated good things in a row, and that's what you're looking for. So things like we don't want to siege unless we have an advantage, or we don't want to try and flash to steal Baron unless you think you have a reasonable opportunity for some reason. Stuff like that is really what we're looking for here. Okay, hold up. Let's watch this. Are you not afraid of Rengar? Oh, Rengar's top. Okay, I see. So this is 4v4, and they're sieging, right?
Yeah.
This is doable, one might say. Oh, okay. Feels bad. Was not doable. Sometimes it happens. They have Baron. Oh. Wait, you just die here, don't you? Oh no. Oh no, feels bad. So yeah, this is not something. Okay, we can be like, oh, keep away from Riven and stuff, but I think the other mistakes in the mid game kind of led to this point, right? Yeah. Where you guys legit try to do you guys try to do the same thing twice, and then after that somehow you lost Baron, and one thing led to another, and now it's really hard to play the game, right? So I think that's the main idea for the mid game, was just take an option that isn't Siege of the Tower, right? Let's see if there is is there another game? Let's see. Is it this one?
Oh. I don't know if I have any more losses in that vid, to be honest.
Well, it's less about losses, more about the average games. So let's see. This is here. This is another game, right? Let's watch this.
Yeah.
I mean, we could talk about this.
Yeah.
What are we doing here? That's what do you think I'll say about this?
Well, I mean, this is. I mean, I was alone in lane. And it was a 2v1. Right? I was greening out for my gold. I could have just stayed and experienced and taken the experience.
Yeah, so you're just trying to 2v1 here. So this is just auto lose, right? And then you can't play the lane. You can't lane anymore because you lost too much health. So feels bad, man. All right, let's keep watching.
Yeah.
Keep going. Oh, I caught you at the edge of the bubble. Okay, sometimes it happens. I think you get away here, right? Okay. Not the end of the world. I think you played it okay. You can say stuff like, oh, heal before the ignite and whatever, but I think you just lost too much from the level 1. So just don't 1v2. Unless you have a reason why you can win 1v2. Okay, hold on. We could talk about this. Let's talk about this, actually. I think it's relevant. All right. So when you see this stun going on here, describe to me what's going on.
So, I mean, like I'm looking here, like if I were playing, I could have followed up on the Tarek stun a lot better. I was really far back. I was looking for double ups on Vayne. Like you see me queue a caster creep there. But if I just followed up on Tarek.
Oh, you're trying to queue the Vayne here. I see.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think this is fine then. No, I think this is fine.
But
you did fine. I was more concerned that you were trying to kill minions and then try and help.
No.
No. That's fine. No, you did fine here. No, as long as the intent is there. we're happy, right?
Yeah.
That's good. And then oh, easy clap. Let's go, baby. Press E and then that's it. Good stuff. Good stuff. Push out base. Very nice. Nice recovery. Somehow you went from a doomed lane to like we killed them.
The support was really good too. The support was super good.
Nice, nice, nice. Wow, this is looking really spooky though. Oh my god! Let me watch this. What the fuck? That was insane. That was disgusting. Wow. Okay, good stuff. Nice bounces. It's not really. I think for you, there's not really a mechanical issue, right? It's very much a decision making with your ulti and mid game decision making stuff that we're looking at, right? I think that's what I'm seeing so far is the areas you want to be working on are what are you doing mid game and why, and for ultis, you know, are you gonna die when you press R, right? Like
gotcha.
You know, the ones we saw last game, they weren't like too obvious, but you know, if you think about their first reactions, it doesn't make sense that they're just gonna kill you when you're trying ulti, right? Like a more obvious one would be something like, let's say we catch someone here and they have a Talon, and you're like, I'm gonna press R anyways. He comes out and kills you, right? That's actually, I would say that's kind of common for Talon, Akali, Aurelia, Rengar. How many other champions are there that you've seen that just one shot you? Any of them, right? Yeah, just any of them. Yeah. So that's the thing you want to be looking out for before you press the R, right? But okay, we'll see. Well, I mean, maybe it was just the last game thing. Maybe it was like a 1 game thing. I think the thing I'm more concerned with is the whole sieging during the mid game, right? We're just trying to take the tower, or I don't know what you guys are trying to do, but you guys are just like trying to siege mid when it doesn't really it makes sense, right? You guys don't have an advantage when you're trying to siege. Wow, you guys are actually 1v2ing here. 1-2v. Wow. Oh my god, that was amazing. I think we should talk about this though.
Yeah.
So when you see this is the same thing as last game, right? When I said, if Rengar comes out when Nala's hooked, what are you gonna do? And you said, you're just like, I mean, Flash die. I don't know. Someone's dying, right? So in this picture, is it the same or not the same?
I mean, it's 100% the same.
Right. So it's not that physically speaking doing this is bad. It's that if you don't know they're on the way, it can be bad, right? You need to know that they're on the way before you go for something like this, right? So the habit to help you with this is whenever we're trying to make some kind of play or my support's looking for something, I look at the map and I say, okay, my jungle is top side, then their jungle is bot side. So if we do this, you have to know it's 2v3. Right. Yeah. Do you play 2v3s differently than 2v2s?
I mean, yeah.
How so?
100. I mean, a 2v3 is just going to be like, you're saying that it's my 2 versus their 3, right? Yeah. I mean, it's not always going to be a losing situation unless I have but it's usually going to be a losing situation.
Well, let's say you have to fight 2v3 or you're looking for it. Is there let's make it easier. Let's say you have the jungler. How do you play differently?
Okay. Well, I usually would just look to mow one of them down.
Right, we're trying to
as fast as possible.
We're trying to like trade and like play stupid, or which basically you have a man advantage to like, okay, let's just fight, right? Yeah. So how do you, if you've ever lost with a gank, how has it happened? What do you think? Do you remember?
I mean, it's usually that I die first, or one of us dies.
Right. Someone's like insta dying, or they have some kind of crazy value, right? Maybe like a triple bubble or something like that. So now let's say it's 2v3. Let's say you're the guys with the 2 people. What do you need to do to make this work?
I need to kill one of them.
Yeah, exactly. Kill one of them as fast as possible, or what?
Or get a high value stun.
Insane value. Stun, ulti, anything like that. So that's what you're looking for. So now how did this work? Let's watch. Did you see that insane value here? Wait for it. All right. Do you know which one it was? What got insane value?
The Tarek ulti.
I'll say this Tarek ulti is pretty crazy, right? The Tarek ulti is nuts. What the heck? What the heck? That was pretty crazy, but that was pretty fat. And then you just killed this guy, so that was really good. But the thing is, is that while it's good, you want to be able to do it next game too. So as long as you know that's what you're looking for, we're happy. And the habit for these lane fights, the first consideration is if their jungle comes out, are we okay? Right? That's all you need to think about. And the fastest way to look at it is look at your jungle. He's top. Okay, there's his bot. That's it. That's the fast way to do it. Is where's your jungle? If your jungle is bot side, you can say this is 3v3 and ask your jungle to come while you guys start this, and you guys are good to go, right? Rengar's gonna ulti in. Yeah. Oh my god, he's gonna kill this Nami. Goodbye. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, that's if there's anything in lane, it's ulti follow up without dying, and the whole enemy jungle is always here. Oh, for example, right?
Yeah.
There's just there's no way to follow up on this without them pressing R. I mean them Vayne pressing condemn or anything like that, right? You just auto die here. So I think you're a little too eager looking for the ulti, is what I'd say. Yeah. Just hold on to it, be patient. I think that'll help you overall, like the general idea. Word. Like in this lane, I guess if Tariq went for a stun and you pressed R, the first thing you would expect is what?
Well, I mean, if Tariq got a stun, I'd expect them to die.
Let's say it's not. They didn't instantly die. Let's say they had heal or something. You didn't have ignite.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be really hard to follow up and finish them. Probably if they didn't die from an ulti stun.
Well, what would their first reaction be?
Probably to run away. I mean,
remember the whole Alistar example?
Yeah. Okay. I mean, the bubble me.
Yeah, bubble you, Nami ult, exactly. Okay. And then Vayne's gonna ulti in or something like that, right? So those are the things you want to be looking for. You play so much Misfortune, you don't need to know if you kill them with ulti. Like this is you do this all day. Now you need to figure out, can they stop you from doing that? Right. And that's the main thing you want to be looking at for ulti follow-ups in lane. So, all right, that was a fat Tariq ult, and then you ulti him in the face and you peace out. You see how their jungle is always popping out though, right? That's definitely something you want to be watching out for. If you do well in lane, that's the next step, is making sure that you don't die to the jungler, right?
Okay.
And you're good to go. So far, their jungle has been pretty ineffective, I guess, in these games. But the day you do get punished is the day it's gonna look really bad for out of lane. Honestly, it's not gonna be as bad as the last few months. But you know how like if you ever died to the jungle, like a month ago, the game was basically over. They just kill everyone, right? So now it's not too bad, but it's still kind of bad. Okay, this is a fat ulti. Oh, you did it too early, right?
Yep.
Feels bad. It's okay. I think you might just need to be more patient with your ultis overall. But okay, let's keep going. The mechanics, not bad. It's just forward thinking in terms of what they're gonna do, and ulti usage.
I remember this.
This is doomed. Oh Jesus! All right, let's watch this. I'm surprised he actually did so much damage. You were full HP. Wow, he just clapped you with that hammer. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I remember. I wasn't expecting that at all. But I mean, the problem was I guess I should have been worried about the TP. I guess
TP and in jungle. The first place. I mean, that's when I see this, the first thing I'm thinking is their jungle's coming. How fast can we make this happen? Right. So it's not that how can I kill him? You just right click, press Q, press R. Don't worry about that. You already know how to do that. You just need to worry about his reinforcements. Right. That's what that's like. If there's a major thing to practice, it's that for map awareness is during fights, don't focus too much on the actual fighting. Your actual fighting is not bad. Focus on the stuff that's unexpected, like people coming out of Fog of War, ganks, TPs, globals. Globals are a big one, right? You ever play against Pantheon top, he ultis by and you die. I mean, I think every bot laner has experienced that one before. So okay, so this is just let's area mid part. You guys think you can siege tower for some reason? I don't know about this one. There's no way, right?
Yeah.
So you see how it's like it seems like maybe we can get something done, but in reality, how can you guys get something done, right? You need to have a specific thing going on. Like let's say you're Lux Vel'Koz Morgana. So what are you guys trying to do?
I mean, we're looking to poke, get roots, a knockup.
Right, we're just trying to throw shit at them until something sticks. Right?
Yeah.
What if you're playing like let's say Galio Akali Aurelia?
I mean, Gala could be looking for a taunt, or really could be looking for her stun. I mean, Akali, same thing. She'd be looking for a pick on the back line.
Yeah, maybe you guys can dive, right? Okay, now let's look at this team comp. What are you guys trying to do? Is there anything you guys can look for?
Maybe an Orianna ulti, but I mean Rengar or a Taric stun or a Poppy wall. But I mean Rengar can't really do much.
Right, I would say it doesn't look too
unless that's off of that.
It has to be so good that you can start sieging. And most of the time in solo queue, it's not so good. You can say something like, "Oh, we can look for a Taric ulti into Rengar ulti, and then they're gonna put the ball on it, ball delivery." That'll literally never happen in solo queue. I promise you. So it has to be so brain dead that you guys can siege. And what we mean by brain dead is like Lux and Morgana, right? That's what you're looking for when you siege. So if there's nothing brain dead here, you guys want to do something else. So in this case, once you push, what can you do?
I mean, we could rotate the bot. I can't really see.
You could. What happens if you rotate bot though?
Or, I mean, someone's gonna follow. There's no the only other objective is gonna be Baron.
Right. So if you go bot, what are they gonna do?
They go Baron.
And then it's not that they can do it. It's more that you're afraid they're gonna do it. So what happens next? Team face checks. Bam. We're all gonna die. So bot is not the worst. Okay, it's not probably great, but there are better options here. So what else can you do here?
I don't know if the enemy has jungle camps up.
I think there are no jungle camps up, but that's definitely an option if they were like blue buff or something.
Yeah. I mean, got the res. I mean, is there a top push, or it doesn't look like our tops?
No, top's not push. So you could go top.
Yeah. We could see if they want to push into us and try and do something off of that.
Okay, yeah, we could like hide in a bush somewhere, right? Anything like this. Yeah. What's the easiest way to make them face check? What do you think?
Go into Baron.
Yeah, you just ward Baron. They can't see it. What do they do? Oh, Nami walks in, right?
Yeah.
So if you wanna like what's it called? Engineer a free win at this level. Gotcha. You just buy pink ward and you do that. And you say, hey, let's sweep everything. You're good to go. And what's the setup? How do you do this every time? What's the pattern? How did we get to ward Baron here? In our example. What are you guys doing here that lets you do that?
Pushing in the wave, and then we go now.
Yes, perfect. So you just do that every game, and you're good to go. Right. But under no circumstances do you do this unless you have some brain dead reason to do so. Like legit brain dead. I promise you nothing's going to happen if you guys try to do this, right? You guys will maybe get a few hits off, but it's likely someone's getting caught here. So
this Kane.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but it's looking like, you see how this is like uncontrollable, right?
Yeah.
This could go south real fast. You have a fat ulti maybe. Oh, this Kane's inting. Nice. Good stuff. Oh, orange inting. Hey. And then we get Baron. Hey, I guess it works sometimes, I guess it works sometimes.
But that...
Wait, you guys are doing it again.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Yep.
Oh, never mind. This is 5v3. Let's go, baby. But you guys you definitely want to when in doubt, play around Baron. Okay? And I think that's gonna be your most consistent option. Because like you see how it worked this game. That was actually really good. It worked this game. But it didn't work last game. And that's the problem, is that we want something that works every game. So let's say, how do we make this happen? This is actually really interesting, right? So let's say our rule is we don't want to be sieging. And then how did it work this game? What do you think?
Well, I mean, the tower was super low. If that tower had been full HP, we would have been... we got lucky that Kane messed up his phasing and got caught.
Right. So you can attribute a few things here. You can say like, oh, maybe if they have no wave clear, we can look to siege, or maybe something like their tower's low, so we're gonna hit it and run, right? Or something like, let's say their only engage is Ornn ulti, and we're prepared to use Ghost, Ghost Blade or Heal or whatever to get away, right? But remember that the whole idea behind hitting tower is that the reason why we don't do it is because they can stop you. So if you think they can't stop you, you can go for it. So something like one hit or team comp or something like that. But you remember, you want to come up with a reason. The default is not hit tower. The default is let's go control the objective, right? And it looks like you guys just kill everyone. Well, hold up. Did your whole team die doing this? It seems like your whole team died doing this. We need to run, boys. You don't turn around for them. They're gone. You out of here. Oh, nice. Oh, never mind. Maybe Rengar has got something. Yo, you're in melee range. Are you not scared? Oh, okay. You know, you're just ulti her in the face. Yo, I like it, dude. I like it. Wow. Okay, that was pretty funny. Okay, and then Baron, sure. Do you want to start it though? This is kind of spooky. Are you sure you guys wanted to start this? Well, if they're not coming, I guess it works. Uh-oh. You need to stay away from this Diana.
I start thinking here.
Oh my god. Alright, let's back it up. Alright. What's going on here? What is the idea behind this Baron start? What do you think?
I mean,
so here's some examples that I can show you. So remember how we're like in the mid lane when you're sieging, there are a few outcomes, a few likely outcomes, right? So you can do the same for Baron, right? In Baron situations, there are a few likely outcomes. One is like you can rush it down fast enough before they get here. That's a classic, right? Another one is you're doing it, and in the middle of them you doing it, they come in and kill everyone. That's another one, right? And the third one that's really common is you guys are doing it, the jungle is trying to steal it. Yeah. So you have to have a kind of a plan for every situation. So what are you gonna do if they show up? What do you think?
I mean, we'd probably have to turn or try to turn, which I think we tried to.
Okay. And if you turn, how do you do it? Are you gonna run at them, or who's gonna turn?
It's gonna be Taric, probably, or an Ori, hitting them with an ulti or something.
Okay, nice. So when we watch this, you say, my mindset is we turn when you see the Taric or the ulti or whatever, right? Yeah. So let's watch this. So what happened?
I stayed on Baron,
right?
And I didn't. I didn't look for the turn.
Well, you look for the turn. What happened? Right here. You try to click. You try to click Diana. What happened?
Oh, she's Zhonya's. Yeah,
she's Zhonya. So, and then she's gonna flash on you and one shot you while you're trying to do Baron. So something was wrong with the plan, right? When we were looking for the turn, you're like, I want to do it on the Taric ulti, but she pressed Zhonya's, and now we're stuck in this spot. So maybe we need to come up with a different plan. All right, what else can we do?
I mean, I wouldn't have. We started it, but I mean, not starting it and just baiting it probably would have been a better call in the first spot. Are we just assuming him?
Start is probably not the worst. I'll say it's reasonable. Maybe reasonable. You could. I mean, honestly, you could wait, but let's say your team started it, so you can't wait.
Yeah.
Let's say your team is guaranteed to turn.
Okay.
And we're just hitting it as a prank. We just want them to come here.
Yeah.
When they start showing up, should you stay in the pit? What do you think?
Probably not. No, because But I ended up tanking Baron, and it chunked me to like half HP.
All right, that's why we don't stay in the pit, right? That's one of the main reasons is why we can't stay in the pit is because the Baron will actually just solo you. So that's the main idea here is kind of we didn't really have the plan. We might have had a plan going into this, but it wasn't really complete, right? Notice how you stayed on it. It's not even close to being finished. Right? Yeah. You need a few more seconds here plus rank or smite. So when the jungler leaves, when you see your jungler leave, that's like this is too late. You can't leave at this point, right? How do you leave? Well, so if you go this way, what happens? If you go this way, what happens?
Well, Diana kills.
If you go this way, what happens?
Yeah. The guy with the horns.
Yeah, Ornn. Yeah. He's gonna stop you, right?
Ornn.
So how do we? What was the idea here? What's the habit that tells us, as you're doing it, you can't finish it? What should you do?
Yeah, just back off immediately.
Leave the pit, right? Is the idea.
Yeah.
So you can do this, but you want to do it before they trap you in here. Or if you have flash, you can actually stay on it and then flash out when they engage or something like that. But you want to make sure that if you don't want to stay in the pit unless you guys are finishing it, right? So that was the issue here is that you just tank way too much because we're inside. And there's no way to leave. You got to the point where you're like, holy shit, I need to get out, but you couldn't, right? So if their whole team was here, there would have been hella proms for sure. But it was only 2v5, thank God. Oh, never mind, their whole team showed up. Whole team showed up late, but I guess they all died, so that's not bad. But definitely Baron ideas is something to look at too. Besides just hitting tower. So let's see another game though.
Yeah.
Definitely seeing similar patterns in your gameplay though, right? In terms of habits. Wait, do you have any questions so far?
No, this is great.
Nice.
Actually,
nice. This is probably the last replay we'll get to, but I'm really looking at the things we talked about so far. So like ulti follow up and mid-game decision making and all that jazz. So
word.
Oh, and the whole jungle is on the way when you start fighting bot. Because 2v2 you guys are doing really well. I don't know what happened that first game, but maybe that was just I think we did talk about stuff like that. So as long as you're aware of that stuff, you're good to go. I'm more concerned about every game the jungle shows up and you don't expect it. That's what we're concerned about. So I mean, it seems like, you play Misfortune, your laning phase is strong. It's kind of the expected result, right?
Yeah.
Oh, jungle's here, right? Should be scared. You have Shaco though, so you're good to go. So you see how when I said that's what's going through my head. Is jungle's here, my jungle's here, we're fine, right? We can play like it's 3v3, good to go. I mean, their jungle's here, my jungle's here. It's exactly what we said, right? Yeah. So you play this really well, really nice. As long as you can kind of vocalize or consciously recognize these ideas, your laning phase is gonna be a-okay. Zero problems.
Heard.
Oh, easy clap. This is an easy clap. Oh, this Vayne's crazy. That might be worth, honestly. Oh my god, she's gonna kill you if you're not careful. Oh, nice. Kill this Zen too. Good. Good stuff. As long as you're doing that step of my jungle, their jungle, you'll be perfect.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes also mid lane, because mid lane actually roams a lot nowadays too, depending on their champion. So sometimes they don't roam. Like you're not gonna expect Xerath to roam or what are you seeing in your games? Let's see. What are you seeing in your games? What do you think? Is Fizz gonna roam? Fizz is on your team. Is Ori gonna roam? Maybe.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh my god, here's a classic, dude. What about this guy?
Did
he roam bot? Did he roam bot in your games? I'm sure he looked for it.
Yeah.
Right? So that's the stuff you want to be looking for. Anything else? Oh my god, how about this one? This one's a classic. Wait, never mind. You made shit on him. So I guess that didn't happen. You think Yasuo's gonna roam? What do you think?
I mean, he's not gonna be. He can't. It depends on if there's a minion wave. I mean, there's no way for him to get. He could roam.
He could.
Yeah, he could, but it's not like a talent.
You gotta pay attention to mid to check it out, right?
Yeah.
This is something that could roam, right? So that's definitely something you want to be looking at too. Is their jungle, my jungle, and sometimes mid. Okay. But always jungle is the most likely. Wow, this is doomed. You need to get out of here, unless you can kill this guy. Oh my god, you have so much damage. You have a ghost blade. No, what? Wait, how did she live? Seriously. Oh, she healed. All right, so you see how this idea is relevant literally every game, right?
Yeah.
Where jungle shows up, and and then if you flash in and you don't get him, you're dead to the jungle. Instant punish. So
yeah.
Now why is it that when we say my jungle, their jungle, Shaco doesn't count here as helping?
He's on dragon.
Yeah, he's on dragon. He's not coming, right? Yeah. Or also, it's important to know sometimes if they have no mana or HP, they also can't help, right? Or another one is a classic that catches people is they're on wolves, and their Gromp is up, but they go to the red instead or something like that, right? They're not coming down here. So always things to think about in lane. I think you should shift some of your focus of fighting into map awareness, and I think that'll you do really well, right? I think the 2v2 is you pretty much are totally fine. Except that first game, I don't know what happened, but overall, it's really good. It's just when you get caught by the jungle, that's when things can really go wrong, right? Like, for example, you guys were winning super hard, and all of a sudden, you lost your lead, right? That's the stuff you want to look at. Same thing with mid-game. You guys were winning super hard, sieging towers could go really bad. That's the stuff you want to look at. On average, what will happen? Okay, fast forward. You guys are hitting this. Can you really hit this? This is spooky, man. Okay, you're gonna get away with this. Let's get out of here. Oh, never mind. We're going in. This is getting scarier by the second. We need to leave. Their jungle, where's their jungle the whole time, right? So that's the thing. You want to be thinking about when you see this. So okay, never mind. We saw him mid. We're good. We saw him top side, so we're fine. But If you didn't see him, this could be really bad. Or I would say Early and Soul could be on the way because he's Early and Soul, right? Yeah. This Shaco is just he's bot. Hell yeah. Jesus. Oh shit. What happened here? Oh, never mind. Surprise, right?
Yep.
So you see how in laning, this is the #1 thing we'd want you to work on. So the habit's always before something happens, look at your jungle, look at their jungle. Easy. You think you can do that?
Yeah, 100%.
Nice. Oh, this is a different story. This is just they're missing you trying to push. Feels bad. You have flash, you're okay, right?
Yep.
Okay. I mean, if Shaco gets the dragon here, it's probably worth. Wait, did he get it? Okay, nice. Sure, that's fine. Oh, hold up. Okay, so you enter their jungle. This is 2v3, right?
Yeah.
Their bot lane and Shaco. I mean, sorry, not Shaco. Their jungler. You should be a little bit spooked here. Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. So, you did the right step of push and then do something, right? Where like push and go ward and don't hit the tower, right? But if they don't show up to clear the wave, where are they?
In the jungle with me, most likely.
Yeah, they're camping a bush, right? Yeah. So how do you force them to show up on the map?
I could go back to lane, or I could go show up mid.
So let's say you pushed into their tower and they don't show up.
Yeah.
Do you have to do anything?
No. I mean, so if I push in a bot lane and they don't show up,
let's say you push bot into their tower.
Okay.
And they're just camping here. They don't give a shit. And you pushed and you walk through here and you face check and you die. Right? Yeah. You're just face checking, right? So why doesn't everyone do this? Why doesn't everyone just camp this bush? And wait.
I mean, well, they don't want to lose CS or
right. They don't want to lose CS. What happens if you just stand here after you push and they stand here looking at you and like we're just waiting for them to face check and you're like I'm just waiting for them to show up at tower. Who's losing this?
Yeah. Well, I mean, assuming I crashed all the way, they would.
Yeah, you cry. I mean, they're losing minions, right? So. I mean, what happens in the next 30 seconds? You do it again. They're just gonna sit there. They're just gonna keep sitting there, right? So you did this for 10 minutes, and then they're like level 9, you're like level 15 or something. I don't know. So that's the main idea. Is when you go clear stuff, be aware that you want to be seeing them before you do it, right? Otherwise, they're camping somewhere.
Okay.
So fast forward, and it turns out they were actually doing something, right? So that's the main reason, and of course their jungle's here. So you see how like this map we're in SAD is always going to be relevant. Their jungle, my jungle. Oh, Zin's here. Your jungle's top, so you didn't want to go into their jungle. So it's always going to be the same thing. It's always the same pattern in League. Nothing really. You don't really see anything new, right? Does anything really surprise you nowadays?
No.
Right. It's all kind of the same thing.
Yeah. I mean,
Just in different forms. Just different jungler, Camille, Shaco, Kha'Zix, Eve. Doesn't matter. It's all the same thing, right?
Yeah. So I guess actually I do have a question. So like sometimes when I win lane super heavy, right, and I take whether I'm on the red side or the blue side, and I take their tower, right? I sometimes I want to push up into their inner tower, right, with proper vision and try and look for the enemy camps and try and snowball a bit more that way. But sometimes I don't know like when I should be doing that or when I should be trying to rotate pressure into mid lane. Or
this is good.
Does that make sense?
Let's talk about this. So this example here, where you're pushing in, fast forward, and then you went to invade. Here, right here. Decision making is what we're talking about, right? How do you know when sometimes you go into the jungle, sometimes you don't, sometimes you swap lanes, whatever, right? So in this picture, I don't know if you can see, but where's your jungler, mid laner, and top laner?
I mean, Heimer's up near mid, Shaco is in base, and then Riven's top.
Right, so they're just all up here. Yeah. So what happens? Worst case scenario, if you invade their bot side,
we get clapped by 13.
Yeah, 2v4, right? Yeah, 2v4 because Erling Soul is dead. You can even say 2v5. Erling Soul is gonna spawn and run straight. So that tells us we're not trying to do anything bot side. So what can you do here instead? Gotcha. Oh, you can base and go top side, or you can base and go mid, right? Because what objective is up?
We got Herald.
Right, so we want to stay on this side of the map. Perfect, right? But let's say you don't know what to do. At the very least, don't do the 4v5 stuff. Don't do something that's guaranteed to not be good, right? And honestly, like being AFK is better than throwing. As funny as it sounds, right? A lot of times, if you're just sitting at tower, that's better than pushing mid and getting caught, right? Isn't that funny? I think it's kind of funny when I think about it that way. But sometimes that's how it is, right? Making a move can be a mistake. So, as long as you're doing something productive, right? Let's say, how do we know this is productive? Let's say their bot lane shows up, and you know that only Zin is here and Aurelion Soul's top or something. And you're like, oh, let's go take his red real quick and leave. Because we can 2v1 him real quick. And you know that wins usually because you have a mana advantage, right? So that's kind of the idea behind the decision making in the mid game of where do I go once you win lane?
Gotcha.
Somewhere where you can do something.
Okay.
Feels bad though. Since you died, they got Rift Herald.
Yep.
Feels bad. Let's keep going.
Feels real bad.
Push mid, very nice. Let's go ward something. Okay, you need to push mid again, right? Good. I don't know if you want to fight this guy, but it looks like we're getting top. This is interesting. So we said don't hit the tower, right? Why is this fine here in this case?
Well, bot lane was bot.
Right. There's no way they can stop you, right? That's what we're looking for. Either they're dead or they're too far away or they have no HP. You just need to come up with a reason though. So that if it works or if it doesn't work, you'll know what reason to point towards. That was a nice ulti. Good stuff. You can take this. You can take inhib. Let's peace out. Good. So far, so good. This game's looking, the mid game's looking a lot better. Besides invading 2v4. So it really is. Look at your map. If you want to make a decision, look at your map. Like when I saw this, I'm like, this is a no go. This is like this is not happening because you don't have an advantage here, right? I mean, big no go, right? So you see how you can kind of figure out what happens before it happens is that you guys, this is just, what is this? 2v whatever, 3v4, right? If it's a really fast fight, you guys are losing this for sure. So stuff like that is what you want to be looking for. And then they chased you, so you guys were winning. They chased you. Seems good. All right. Good. You don't want to help that, by the way. Nice. Fast forward. Push mid. Perfect. So I don't know what happened in the other games, but push. What you're doing right here is perfect. This is what you want to do. You just want to push and then go do something productive. Don't siege the tower unless you have a good reason to do so. Wait, where are you going? You're going so far away. Hold on.
I don't know what I was
Where are you going? There's nothing to do here. Well,
I thought.
Wait, you got caned. Wait, what happened? Wait, so okay. Let's say you push mid, and what's your plan here?
Well, I don't know. I feel like I thought that they're on Baron for some reason.
Okay, I mean you can check.
I think that's what it was, but then
you can check. How do you check Baron here?
I checked with E.
Yes,
I think.
So you just toss E over the wall. So what happened here? You're like running a marathon here. What's going on? And then you checked it, and then you can go back mid, right? But then you went around. You went the long way and through the river, right? I don't know what's going on here, but we'll just. I'm sure this doesn't happen often. Okay, this is the first time we've seen this, so I'm not too worried. I'm not too worried. Don't worry about that. That's just like some kind of, you must have been lagging or something. I don't know.
Yeah, my ping, dude.
Yeah. Super lag, dude. The game was pathing you the wrong way, right? So, we'll just pretend it didn't happen, and then you kill everyone so you can hit tower. Sure. Okay. Let's I mean, okay, we can talk about this. This will help a lot. Do you know how to recenter your character in the middle of a fight?
What, the camera?
Yeah, the camera.
Yeah, with spacebar.
Yeah. So I think this will help you here. But
yeah,
that's just like a camera work thing. But also, you don't want to chase this guy. Yeah, I don't know what you're thinking here too. You had some interesting decisions the last few times, but
yeah.
What do you do instead here, based on what we talked about today?
I mean, back off, wait for a wave, or
something productive you can do.
We could go back to Baron.
Perfect, right? Whenever, when it dies, literally just ward Baron, right? Easy. Just ward everything around Baron, and they can't do anything. But if you guys do this, they're the ones going to Baron, right? So there are problems here now. So, oh no. All right, so I think in general, mid game, you want to look to push your waves and control the objective. I think that's the thing that's gonna help you the most, right? Like that's number one idea. And the second number one idea, or the second number one idea, doesn't even make sense, is map awareness stuff, right? Where's their team? Where's my team? Then you make a decision, right?
Gotcha.
And those two go hand in hand. That'll help you the most. Besides that, the only like mechanical errors or anything like that is you trying to follow up with ulti and they kill you, but it doesn't seem like it happens often enough for us to be too worried about it, right? So we're good there. I think very much the decision making is what you want to be looking at. So what do you think?
Focus on mid-game decision making, pushing waves.
Yes, and map awareness, including lane. If there's anything in lane, is map awareness, right? That's what I want you to think.
Map awareness guy.
And out of lane, it's map awareness too. Remember, you were like trying to figure out what to do, and you invaded 2v4. That's the map awareness part there. So those are the main ideas. And let's talk about habits too, because it's all good to like talk about what you should work on, but how exactly do you make it part of your gameplay? So you can come up with whatever habit works for you, but what works for me is for the map awareness stuff. I mentioned briefly that before a fight starts, I'll look at the map and say my jungle, their jungle, right? And for the mid game stuff, to help my mid game decision making, I'll make sure I can't get engaged on when I push mid. Then I push and then figure out what to do. And I go through that process like every time. It's like kind of like a flow chart, right? That's kind of how I turn that into a habit for my gameplay, so I don't have to think about it too much when I'm actually playing. So, but yeah, anything you can come up with, whatever works for you. Honestly, everyone has their own strat or habit. So you guys are all dying here. I think you just need to I don't know what's going on here, but maybe it's just triple inhibs were just messing around at the end of the game or something. So but you guys just end up winning, right? Oh my god, you guys can actually lose if you lose more fights. Let's keep going. Okay, you guys win, right? You better be winning here. Oh my god, please. Oh my god, please.
I don't think they end.
Oh my god. Oh my. Did Shago? Wait, let's watch this. Shago tried it back there, didn't he? Oh. Yo, another one. What the fuck? Yo. Wait, let me just see.
It was a great game.
It was indeed a great game. Alright, interesting. You guys end this, right? Please tell me you end this game. Alright.
Yeah. I think we just
Alright. That's good. Alright, good. Alright. Alright, any last questions before we wrap it up?
No. That was rad.
Awesome. All right, yeah, definitely work on turning these ideas into habits. And if you do have questions or clips you want to send me, definitely hit me up. Other than that, good luck in your games.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Kosi. Or Kosi. Saber. Jesus. I know someone named xFSN Kosi. All right.
Oh, you know Kosi? I know Kosi.
Yeah, you know Kosi. Yeah, Kosi's the homie.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's awesome. All right, dude. Good luck in your games.
Hey, take it easy, boss.
You too. Bye-bye.